It is now the second day of the final rounds. Anyway, folks, hello and welcome back to some more Fate Extra. On our last episode, we did find out who our opponent for this round is, and it's none other than Leonardo. We did also defeat his brother, once again, that being the vengeful spirit of Julius. May he finally rest in peace and not come back as a vengeful spirit again. Preferably. Because, I'm sure he's dead now, right? But anyhow, let us continue henceforth. The assassin Pierce for the third time. Only in the Holy Grail War could I meet such an opponent. Saber had told me not to worry too much about it, but still, I cannot help but think on it. His life was his own. To think otherwise is nothing more than an attempt to assuage one's conscience. Regardless of his history or his purpose, he was nothing more than a cold-blooded killer. In fact, he himself insisted on being seen as such. That is all I have to say. Just remember that such a person once existed. That may be true. Just like Saber says, Julius' life was his own. I can't take responsibility for how he led it. True enough. Exactly. I knew you'd see the wisdom in my words. Let us go. Our next fight starts now. I nod in acknowledgement of Saber's words. Now that I think about it, I haven't told Rani about Julius. I wonder if she's around today. I think I'll go see her later. Well, we could always just go to the third floor. Why not? Don't think there's anything new pertaining to our room, but we may as well double check. Right, we will dethrone the king before he's even crowned. That's part of the plan, anywho. Right. So I guess going to the third floor would be quite wise. Hey, see what you got to say. Oh, it appears that you have a strong bond with your servants. Be sure the connection you share with your servant doesn't overwhelm your good judgment. Why not? All the Umus. Dave, you have finally made it to the finals. That you are alive is cause for celebration. Rani smiles, seemingly unaware that she's the reason I've made it this far. I have to win one more time to be worthy of that smile. I have to reach the Holy Grail. It comes as no surprise that the finals are against the Harways. Rani's beaming expression gives way to one muddied by anxiety, though still steadfast. I have a request, Dave. A request? If she wants me to get the Holy Grail, I've already committed. Her burdens and my resolve both drive us to accomplish our task of attaining the Holy Grail. Stay alive and return to me. That's an order! As Julius was the cunning scorpion, Leonardo is the lion, the pride and the strength of the Harways. He is the true representative of those Western European plutocrats. The Holy Grail is his to lose. And I'm surprised to hear Rani lecture so, but her earnestness is really quite endearing. I don't plan on giving Leo any quarter. He's my bear, so I have to go all out. That said, I'm different from what I was in the first round. I have my servant and Rani, both of whom have seen me through some tough patches. I knew I could have faith in you, Dave. If there's anything at all you wish me to do, just ask. It's in my power to make sure that smile never diminishes, and that we go to the Grail hand in hand. Oh gosh, hand holding! My helloods! Well, guess that's Rani all well and done, so I guess the only thing that's really left to do is just head down. Yeah, because we're pretty much fine in terms of stock, and there ain't no tiger. So yeah, back to the arena, I suppose. I'm flabbergasted by Saber's meek pose. Her furrowed brow makes it clear something is bothering her. Ah, Master, Why are you looking at me like that? Quickly, to the arena! Although Saber seems to be back to normal, it's obvious that her bravado was slightly forced. If there is something bothering her, maybe I can help. Looking at her, I ask, "It's something troubling you?" With a small gasp, Saber becomes almost immediately wide-eyed and frazzled at my question. Ooh. How dare you question my resolve? Not even the gods themselves would intimidate me. But, I mean, I don't understand these feelings. They are beyond my experience. Saber takes a deep breath in an attempt to regain her composure, and then turns to face me. It began when I spoke to you of my past. Now, when we are alone, I feel not unwell, but odd. Without reason, my thoughts become unfocused and wander. What could cause such an affliction? Saber's head droops almost as if in defeat. Is what's bothering her really that serious? Yes, it is. You may not know this, but I am merely a construct generated by the moon cell. Normal heroes, I mean, the situations for servants called in reality are slightly different. For us of the moon cell, there are conditions and obligations attached to our existence. Every servant created in the Seraph is required to protect the moon cell at any cost, even if it means the death of my master. But I cannot bring myself to obey this command. Saber delivers his last line in a mumble. I find her childlike embarrassment incredibly cute. Just forget it, and don't say a word. This is my problem. I will deal with it on my own. I wisely decide to hold my tongue. As is often said, silence is often the curse of wisdom. Saber raises her head, a renewed passion for her struggle burning in her eyes. I am angry at myself. I fear my flaws will adversely affect your success in the coming battles. No, I will not allow my weakness to affect you. Master, please forget that I said anything. Oh, you didn't even call me Praetor! With that final line delivered in a somewhat unsteady tone, Saber cuts off the conversation. Although she's made clear that I'm to forget, it's not going to be that easy to. The uneasiness in herself that Saber can't identify. I want to help, but I'm not sure how. We'll come to a resolution soon enough, I hope. Alright, so back to the first floor. Hopefully this time we can actually get the trigger. Then again, there was no mention of it getting generated. That should be up, right? The Safa key. At least we should be able to explore more now. Because of pain, there's no random vengeful spirit anymore. Hey. Yep, there we go. New territory. All of the doors in the arena that were sealed opened at the same time. Julius must have somehow hacked the arena and blocked the passageways. Master, we should be able to continue exploring. We need to make up for the time we lost yesterday. Whoops, no. One thing that comes to question though is why the heck did we have to wait a full day for the hack to wear off? Oh well, that's what it is. I'll leave for Crystal. I mean, I guess he just had to fully fade away. Two-tails, shmee-tails. Or maybe it's just the effect had to wear off. That could be the case as well. Right, so whoa, we don't have, yeah, we should probably, most certainly get Chocolate's second strike on. Just to make things a wee bit smoother. Although ideally I'd like to avoid these, not gonna lie. Oh. Oh, you. I got two things wrong. I thought I was gonna guard in all honesty. Should we'll just use recover. We'll be close to healing fountain soon enough anyhow. So I'll be fine in that regard. Yes. So we're currently like, well, level 34, yeah, and our target level is 35. So wait, the next arena's level cap is going to be something like 35, right? I don't really see much point in killing a lot of these at the moment then. Other than to get more of their pattern unlocked, which would be incentive enough, but even then... I would honestly just like to get the cipher key and move on to the second floor. Because if we get to do that much, then it's just like, hey, we could do our final bit of level grinding there. Okay. Oh, it's using a skill, eh? Oh, does you? Oh, act in kind. What was it using? Was it using a guard, maybe? No. It was probably using another attack. Or maybe break. I don't know. Yeah, that's gonna take a wee bit of a while to get to 35. Unless if more Nephilims pop up along the way or something. That would be nice. Nice indeed. Dang, that's one heck of a way back. Oh! There doesn't seem to be any enemies lurking around here, so maybe I can actually relax for a while. Is there something the matter, Master? Perhaps you have become fatigued again. I want to continue our earlier conversation. Saber carries a number of burdens I never thought possible. I really want to discuss things with her. Maybe there's a way for me to ease her concerns, if nothing else. Are you still thinking about that? I thought I told you to put it out of your mind. After all, the causes... Saber suddenly cuts off what she was about to say and retreats into silence again. Her eyebrows slowly begin to furrow for some reason. It's almost as Saber's normally temperate mood has somehow gone even worse. Gah, forget about it. All you should be thinking about now is how to obtain the Holy Grail, Master. There's no need for you to make my burdens your own. Rather, your inclusion will only make things worse. So please, speak no more about it. If you can hear at all about me, forget all that I have said before. Although the heat in Saber's voice was immediately apparent, there was nothing threatening in her words. The only way I could possibly respond to that as a master is to say, share your soul with me, Saber! What? How dare you be so forward? Even one such as I would have shown a bit more restraint. Are you a puppy? Or are you a wolf in sheep's clothing? Gah! I care about you a great deal either way. What exactly does she mean by that exactly? Taking her words for what they are, it seems as if Saber, in her own fashion, actually likes me somewhat. I'm happy, reassured even, to know how she feels about me. I hardly see how that could be a problem, but... Etiette, that's the problem. If you were to oppose the moon cell, I would fight beside you without hesitation. But that would violate the terms under which I serve. The moon cell would not accept such a servant. More accurately, it'd make me an effort... No, sorry. It would make an effort to eliminate the master of such a servant. Knowing the consequences, I have no idea as to how I should conduct myself in this situation. And though I know what hardships it could cause for you, just the thought of you sets my body aflame. I couldn't just come out and tell you that I have failed as your servant. Saber looks down in shame. Servants are required to balance their master's needs with those of the moon cell. Saber is apologizing for upsetting that balance. That is... Thank you, Saber. That's right. I'm a failure because I couldn't give a damn about the moon cell. If I were forced to choose between the Holy Grail and Saber, I would pick Saber without hesitation. Damn right! As my constant companion throughout the war, she means more to me than anything or anyone. What about Rani? You know, we seem to be bouncing back and forth! I'm not even really alive. I'm just a bad random data. But Saber accepted me without hesitation. Question. Bleh. They're two different words. There's only one thing of value I've received through this series of life and death battles. And that is the bond I share with Saber. Before her, I had nothing. For that bond, I have genuine gratitude. Your words truly surprised me, Master. A bond, huh? Yes, your words ring true. The connection that we share cannot be described with any other word but bond. Saber smiles in contentment and nods her head sagely. Her normal, gloriously imperial expression returns as well. There is no trace of the despondency she felt earlier on her face. But, before we can enjoy the moment... An interruption. What in the hell is that? An ominous figure approaches us. It feels as if its only purpose is to eliminate us both. Is that the Seraph's physical form? I was curious as to how they'd choose to eliminate us, but sitting a part of themselves? That was unexpected. However, may I be brutally honest with you, Master? I immediately gave the now somewhat ignorant Saber permission to speak what was on her mind. I didn't mind, because I knew her opinion would be exactly the same as mine, word for word. This is hardly worth worrying about, that they thought this thing capable of quenching my passion is an insult. I will now send anyone brazen enough to attempt to thwart my love into the friary? What's wrong with that? Into the fiery crucible of the sun itself. Friary. Are you ready for battle, Master? Let us show the Moonsail the true extent of our power. Can't match me, you Seraph! Wow, you've got 9,999 health. Okay. Just in case. Oh, that's a cool guard animation. And there we go, like a mini boss of like my favorite battle theme in the game. I'm fine with this. Let's go! Sapa! That was so needless. I actually thought I was gonna throw a skill in between. Maybe it won't now? Nah, it's just guarding. What? No. I didn't mean to fight over. I just wanted to do this, and this. We're spraying. Because there's literally one skill and one attack, and it's done. Get Priappas. Bam! Well, it's a nice boost to XP, plus we get an elixir. And almost as if it was never there, the program sent us killer vanishes. The bond that we share, even if it's against the rules, I will not allow it to be destroyed. I could feel the power surge within me. It was inconceivable that something so uncouth tried to chastise me. Saber thrusts out her chest proudly, looking more beautiful and steadfast than ever before. Unfortunately, her arrogance seems to have increased 100-fold as well. Let us get moving, Master. We do not have the time to linger here any longer. She's right, even as we speak, Leo may have already taken possession of the Holy Grail. What we face just now is only one of many obstacles. We haven't even gone beyond the first floor yet. But one thing I can say for certain, what I have now of Saber is more precious to me than any treasure. Oh, the music is still going? Yo, that's great. What's not so great is weapon. Give me that heal. That's pretty good. Back! There we go. Trigger code? No. There's no worse feeling than regret, but the dead cannot stop the living, so we were able to get the trigger. Do you plan on continuing our exploration of the arena? Be sure not to let your guard down, Master. Defeat 2 mini-bosses! Pretty much handed us a large amount of XP. That's pretty fan-dapadozy when you think about it. And if all these elixirs and all that in hand, these final fights will probably go rather smoothly. Or, you know, we could just hold on to them. But yeah, we're done here. Nothing else to really see. Other than maybe a tiny bit more grinding, but we don't really require that. A well-deserved rest, however, is here. There we go, 100% of both as well. No new information for now, however, but we can continue onwards. Because why not find another day? Because last time we only did one day, but oh, that day was so lengthy. I suddenly realized that I haven't seen Leo once since day one. The only remaining masters in this school are me, Leo, and Rani. At least I have two people to talk to. I just wish one of them wanted to have a conversation right now. We could talk about, oh that's right, I've never asked Rani what she'd wish for with the Holy Grail. The second cipher key has been generated on the second floor. My terminal chimes, informing me of a challenge. The last challenge, by meeting it, the door to the last elimination battle will open. While I'm immersed in thought, the classroom door slides open, and Kotomine appears. Oh, Papa Koto! It seems you've been alerted to the next challenge. I'm delighted that my work is almost done. Your opponent has received his notification as well. You do well not to back down now. I don't need Kotomine to warn me that the search for the final cipher keys won't be easy. I run the risk of crossing swords with Leo in the second level too. Well then I won't see you again until the day of the elimination battle. Good luck. His chuckle sort of undermines the whole meaning of good luck. He leaves the classroom. The last challenge. There are 4 days left until the elimination battle. And my uncertain fate awaits me there. I should do whatever I can so that I have no regrets. Okay, so a quick edit in between before we head to our room. Mainly due to the fact that I actually forgot that it was going to be quite a lengthy event and I wasn't really prepared for it. But after reloading, getting back to this point with a tiny bit more experience, not that I would need that, but I just couldn't really restart because holy moly, that would be a disservice to our Roman Emperor Nero, being all flabbergasted as to what was going to happen, because I honestly forgot that this point in time in the game, like when you speak to them in the room, is going to be their like backstory. Because it's been a while. It really has been. I know it's going to come at some point now. But I wonder how that would apply to Archer on second thought. Because in Extella, he's considered nameless. So, I've never done a playthrough of Archer. Maybe I could have an excuse of one. But if anything, I think just doing one with Saber, doing one with Caster, I think that would do me fine. Anywho, let us read this out. The room is pregnant with solemn anticipation of the final battle. Saber occasionally glances out the window, even though the caster would be a redo, but hey, fine with that. That's right, this is the last calm before the storm, and the last time we can talk together. In that case, I want to know more about the life that led her to becoming a legendary soul.
そうか。世がどのような人間であったのか、それを問うのだな、マスター。
Backstory time.
前回の約束もある。長くなるが、辛抱強く聞くがよい。そうかしこまるな。楽にするがよい。波乱に満ちた人生ゆえ、そなたを退屈させることだけはないと断言できる。
Saber gives a small smile and launches into her story. This is the story of the birth and death of the infamous Emperor Nero. Oh, it's time. Oh, wait, whoa, that's pretty cool. The O's and the ones. She was born at daybreak. She was the end of the family line, but as the child of a weak father whom no one supported, she was not to seek the throne. The first turning point of her life was with her mother's debauchery. Nero's twice-widowed mother married the emperor, her uncle, in order to make her child the next emperor. In an extreme measure, she murdered the fourth Roman emperor Claudius, and Nero ascended to the throne. Ooh, this art! Nero had no love lost for her family members, who resented Nero's illegitimate birthright. Put more accurately, she loved the nameless citizens more than her famous noble relatives. Nero decided to take issue with the depraved government and the privileged Senate. History records she was a tyrant who led Rome to decay, and she was, but it neglects to list her reforms. After claiming the throne, Nero gave out money to all citizens in celebration. She then abolished all indirect taxes. When the Senate attempted to thank her, she refused, telling them they could do so when she had earned it. What terrible irony it is that her humility would be overshadowed. The path to her reforms was rife with thorns. Conflicts with the Senate erupted over the unification of Roman emperors' troublesome provinces. On top of that, her conflicts with her mother, Agrippina, became more pronounced. Nero's mother, Agrippina, only saw her as a tool to become the mother of the emperor. She was trapped by endless dithering with the Senate, and a mother who made policies in self-interest. I do not know what sort of fissures emerged in her spirit as a result of those pressures. However, as a result, she resolved to assassinate her predatory mother before dealing with the Senate. But the assassination failed, and the only thing she could do was cut her mother down publicly. This woman tried to poison me, even though she was my mother. She had to die for opposing the emperor. It was 59 AD, the year Nero's reputation as a tyrant was cemented. Hey, some history lessons.
その頃からだな。世が頭痛に悩まされるようになったのは。
Just, of the gender swapped form.
議員の杯を愛用したのが原因だの。慢性的なヒステリーなどと言われてはいるが、何のことはない。世は母に逆らえぬよう、幼い頃から毒を盛られていただけだ。解毒薬と毒を同時に使われていたのだろう。母が死に、解毒薬の所在は闇に消えた。世はまあ、そういった理由で常に熱に浮かされていたのだろうよ。
Saber speaks indifferently about a childhood filled with poison and lies, and her struggles as emperor. Well, sometimes you just gotta move on from it. I mean, what's done is done, right? Then Nero's life took an even sharper turn. Nero's wife, Octavia, a woman whom her mother had pressured into marrying, committed suicide. She murdered her younger stepbrother in order to secure her influence, and then she drove her sole mentor, the philosopher Seneca, to suicide. Thanks to her own selfish actions, Nero had become a monster to her relatives, while she boasted of popularity with the masses.
セネカに自尽されたのはさすがに答えた。確かな父のいない世にとってあやつはなんだ。
Your fatherly figure, eh?
世間一般でいう父のような男だった。世は許すと言ったのだ。何度でも許すと。だがあやつは自分の家で命を終えた。許すと言った世の言葉を信じてはくれなかった。セネカの話はよそう。そのあたりは史実の方が正確であろうしな。あとはあれだな。ローマの大火か。これも世のマスターであるならとうに知っていよう。よって割愛する。となるとあとはもう最後だけか。確かガリアにて反乱が起きたのだ。世はこれを放置した。あの時の気持ちは今でもわからぬ。 反乱を起こしたウィンデクスを信頼していたのかもしれぬし、もういっそ全てなくなってしまえと時期になっていたのかもしれぬ。だがまあそれがあだになってな。2年が経ち、もう一度反乱が起きた。世は元老院から皇帝の座を追われ、国賊として裁かれる身となったのだ。ここで世の最大の誤算があった。世は市民たちに尽くした。市民たちも世の政策を喜んでくれた。だから最後の最後では市民たちが世の大位を許しはしないと、そう考えていたのだ。だが何もなかった。彼らからは何もなかったのだ。そして
She fled and committed suicide. The various rumors surrounding Nero's end hold one thread in common. She was stubborn. Though she knew escape was futile and decided to commit suicide, Nero hesitated numerous times. I cannot kill myself. I do not want to die. I have done nothing wrong. Over and over she muttered that. Finally, after much hesitation, she declared she could run no more and cut down her own life. There is more to the story. After Nero's suicide, a soldier delicately wrapped a cloak around Nero's body. Too late, this is fidelity, Nero said. Those were her last words. I wonder what her last thoughts were, taking her life in a villa outside of Rome. Did she grieve over her own setting sun? Did she despise the rebellions? Or did she curse the Roman people for abandoning her after she had devoted so much to them?
いや、それはない。あれは仕方のないことだ。悲しくはあるが、恨みはせぬ。むしろそれが最大の過ちだった。世と彼らとでは愛の形が違ったのだ。
Love? So she did love her people, but what couldn't they understand?
世の愛はそなたらの言う愛とはどうも違うようなのだ。この胸に灯る愛は人々のそれに比べるとおおらかに過ぎるらしい。世の愛はわがままだ。何もかも与える代わりに何もかも奪わねば気が済まない。美しいもの、愛すべきものには前例をもって応える。だがそれはただの炎だ。人々が抱く愛とはもっと柔らかいものだった。世はそこを分かっていなかった。いや、気づいていたのだ。でもどうしても理解できなかった。私には彼らの言う愛がどうしても。
Oh, and there's more. It seems their value systems were different. That's why Nero was chased from the seat of his empire. Knowing her, I at least have a vague understanding how her love and the people's love differed. Her love burnt out offering and devoting everything. Her passion burned brightly, without regard to permanence. Nero loved her citizens as she thought she was right. But the love her citizens proffered was different, and the difference invited Nero's fall.
当然の話だ。世は勘違いの愛を市民に振りまいていた。彼らが世を愛する道理などなかったのだ。だからそれが無念だった。なぜ世は多くの人々が抱く当たり前の愛というやつを共有できなかったのかと。
Saber gazes out the window, a faraway look in her eyes. Perhaps she was thinking of the red sky and setting sun she saw in her last moments. If she couldn't share their love, then she must have been alone. While this woman could love more than any other person, she could not experience the joy of being loved. Her lavish expressions of love were not enough to satisfy her people. In the end, unloved, she tried to push the dagger into her throat again and again.
やめぬかその話は。死にきれぬとは我ながらみっともない。
Well, you know, as they say, you only live once, and in all honesty, if I was driven to that point, I would hesitate to, because even if I was having like an outright terrible life, or something of the terms of that, life is just something that I feel as if you should cherish as much as you can. But, different viewpoints, of course.
だが、死は怖いのだ。あれは痛い。世は二度とはごめんだからな。そなたも気をつけるがよい。
I sense a lie. I don't think pure debt or fear of death dictated this woman's hesitation. She struggled because she didn't want to die. Didn't think she had done any wrong. But really, she didn't want to disappear because I have to love the way they do. That was it. She couldn't bear the thought of dying without anyone loving her. Oh, that'd be a terrible way to go out, though. Ah, Nero. I shake my head to cast off the dizziness. It was like I'd been drawn into the events themselves through the bond of the contract.
世の話はこんなものだ。存分に生き、存分に楽しんだ。だからそんな顔をするでない。
It was certainly a roller coaster.
いろいろあったが、差し引きでは良い人生であったのだ。そなたはただ世の光だけを見ていてくれ。
Fond remnants plays across her features. She has made some peace with a life filled with betrayal, suffering, conflict, and misunderstandings. If I were a knight, I would genuflect and kiss her hand. All that stuff about magic circuits and sword techniques aside, this woman is truly a legendary soul. It's impossible not to deeply admire such a person for making peace with a soiled life.
どうした？しきりにうなずいて。何か発見でもあったのか？
Of course. All this time, I've been protected by her strength, but one day, I wish to become her equal. I want that more than anything. And so I finally found it. I shouldn't ask this of the Holy Grail. It's too wasteful to ask this of the Holy Grail. It's so boring, yet so me at the same time. There we go. Matrix level extra unlocked for our own servants. There we have it. The only thing that remains as far as dialogue goes would be a lot of fiddly things like use a bunch of items, take a bunch of damage, use a bunch of noble phantasms, and the like. That would take a while to get all of them. Not gonna lie. Now, I believe... No, not you. You. What do we have here? Royal Prerogative. That's the only new thing, right? Yeah, that's the only new thing. Because we already had, like, the background. Oh, Nelly. This might be an odd place to end off the episode. But you know what? I think I'll do that in a bit. In response to the demands of a master, skills that would otherwise be impossible to perform can be used for a short period of time. Some of the skills that can be acquired through this ability include those related to riding, weapons mastery, fine arts, military strategy, and diplomacy. Should an A rank be achieved, more esoteric skills become obtainable. But she's got an EX rank, so hey-oh. Right! So, as much as I would like to continue onwards to the next day, with how lengthy that story was, and what there may be in store for us, should I just... No. I think that this will do for now. Anyway, folks, thank you all for watching this episode of Fate Extra. A bit of an odd place to end off, because normally we would end off after a day, not whilst we're in the middle of one. boy. Oh, he's something different, right? Anyhow, ta-ta for now.